Okay. Let's see how this one turns out. I don't know how this is going to work, what I'm trying to do, but it's going to be a huge enlargement. I'm going to have to enlarge it at least a few times to get it to the size I want. So, going to make it a little bit contrasty. Let's see what we have. We have here, okay, stuck to there. It's a sticker. So we're just going to get close to it. We're interested in that mask. That looks like something interesting that could come out if I enlarge it big. So I'm just going to concentrate on that little tiny area of the picture. So the little mask on the man is going to be the subject. So hopefully it'll turn up a treat. Okay, let's see how this mask actually looks. Yeah, that mask looks interesting. You can see close up, you couldn't see it on the picture. It's got a real pattern to it. So yeah, it looks like it'll look good. So, going to switch to copied paper. We're going to remove the original. I'm pretty sure I could recycle the paper and throw the sticker out, and we're just interested in the mask pretty much. Looks a bit like it's going to be blurry. So we're just going to not bother altering the colours on there yet. See how it turns out with the settings we have. So we're just going to put that on the glass like so. So that mask will look a whole lot more interesting. Yeah, it's like a bandana he's got around his mouth. Let's see how we go with that. Anyway, yeah, as we enlarge it, it looks kind of shitty. Wondering what we're going to do with this. What are we going to make out of this? That's an interesting thing we've got to consider. What are we going to make out of this? I'm thinking of a movement piece now. I'm thinking we're going to make it into a movement piece. Going to make a movement piece out of this. Make it more interesting. Anyway, let's see how this looks. Let's see how our masked man actually looks. He looks interesting now. He looks very interesting. I do think we could do a better one. What are we going to do with this? This is a tricky one, folks. So there's our masked man. We're just going to put him in the corner like so. Maybe we'll enlarge him a little bit. Make him 141.4. Let's try again. It's a little bit trial and error with this kind of work, folks. This movement is extremely difficult to control. Nah, that looks shit. That looks shit, folks. Yuck. Damn, looks shit. It does, it looks shit. Why don't we try another one? Hate it when that happens, when you don't get a good result, at least not straight away. So we're just going to put that there. Keeps sticking on the back there, keeps catching there. Let's see how he looks. Yeah, he looks interesting, to say the least. Just wondering if I'm looking at some of these movement pieces, if maybe I could go back to the original idea of using the mask as our, I don't know, that's a tough one, folks. We'll try another one. We'll try another piece again, try another movement. So we're just going to put him on the glass like so. This is not an easy one, folks. Yeah, we've actually lost him almost altogether in this one. So that's a piece of shit. So I'm wondering if I'm going to be courageous and maybe use, I don't know, maybe I could use that. So we're just going to go back. We're going to go back to, what are we going to do with this, folks? How are we going to make it look good? We're just going to put that away. Wondering if we can use this one. If we could take a section out of that, that might look interesting. So we're now going back to 400. So this is like our original plan, only we're using, I don't know how it's going to work, folks. We're just going to try and photocopy that small section there. I'm actually thinking, maybe not, I'm actually thinking we're going to do something different. We're going to move this movement piece and see if we can actually improve on it. We haven't done a demo like this before, folks, so I'm hoping that maybe I could get something better out of it by doing it like this. Because I want to try some new things every now and then to see if I can improve on things. And yeah, we have improved on it, folks. We have a more interesting, intricate pattern. So maybe I should do more demos like this more often. Pity about that little bit there, but you know, you can't help that. It's all part of it. So now I'm just going to put that away, and I'm going to do this same thing with this piece, and hopefully we'll get something even better out of it, and then we can start treating it as a normal demo. So we're making multi-generational copies and moving them just for something different, folks. Something different. You've got to do something different. You get a bit locked into the same old shitty routines. That happens even with me, folks. Now that looks good. I'm thinking we could use that as a mirror. So now we're finished doing that. I'm thinking it could have been better, but I'm thinking it's good. I think it's good enough, hopefully. Wondering if we're going to enlarge off or we're just going to keep it at that size. So I'm just going to decide whether we're going to just keep it at 100. I'm just trying to use intuition here, folks. Wondering how we're going to set it up colour-wise. I think we're just going to leave it. We're just going to keep it simple. So now we're just going to finish off making our mirror image using this different technique. That I've done this sort of technique before, off camera, many years ago. So it's about time I used it on camera for my demos. Stabilizing image, please wait. Typical Konica Minolta. This demo is going to be a prolongated one, folks. So, but that's all right. You know, we've experimented more. We've done a more interesting take on something, and that looks really nice. Yeah, the colours look really good overall. So these are our pieces coming out. Pieces printed straight off that multi-generational image. I don't like that little bit in the middle, but it might be all right. Wondering if we're going to improve on it or if we're just going to stick with our normal. We're not going to bother with that. Trying to work out what to do next, folks. What? We got to do this. Okay, this is a prolongated demo. We're more than 11.5 minutes into our demo, so this is a long one. Not as long as some of them. My longest demo went for nearly 20 minutes. That was the longest one I've done. Just under 20 minutes. Longest one shot on this Galaxy S8 Plus, which I've decided not to replace, even though Vodafone were trying to suck me into going on another plan. I can't afford another plan, and this phone's doing just fine by me. I'm happy with it overall. Anyway, that looks really quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.